Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We have to get out of our television head trance. The average American watches more than 4.5 hours of TV and 2 hours of video games. People live in fantasy. People are slow moving. People just get in an attitude of responding to information like they're spectators. When government engages in crimes against us, when government lies to us, when corporations lie to us, we've got to get aggressive and go after them and at least speak out against them and not support them. Instead, the government trains us how to fight with each other. What do you think 9,000 malls and Walmarts getting big telescreens telling everybody to spy on each other and don't trust your neighbors about? It's about teaching us to fight with each other instead of recognizing the globalists that are there feeding on us. Key article at prisonplanet.com, meltdown, plutonium found in ground at Fukushima as cover-up continues. We might add groundwater because when you read the article, it's got into the groundwater, the aquifer, and into the ocean. 100,000 times safe level. 100,000 times safe level. Great article by Steve Watson with all the footnotes. Do me a favor, call Steve or have one of our people change it to groundwater. Because you read the article, it's the groundwater that's carrying it. It's the groundwater. People just think in the groundwater. Japanese news is reporting that most highly radioactive isotope known to man, plutonium, has been discovered in the soil in multiple different locations at the ailing Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. That means meltdown. Even so, the Japanese government and the plant operators maintain there's no risk to human health. The Kyoto News reports 100,000 times safe levels. Washington Post reports 1,000 millisieverts an hour. 5,000 millisieverts an hour. What you get in 5 hours is enough to kill roughly half the people that come in contact with it. So absolutely incredible information on that front. Now, I talked a lot about this in the first hour, but this is such a big deal. This is such a huge deal. Is why I've been talking about it quite a bit today. And ahead of Larry Pratt, I want to continue getting into this news and information. Big story out of Politico. It's up on the Drudge Report. We're going to get it up on Infowars.com. We're going to get it up on PrisonPlanet.com. Media Matters, war against Fox. And it says the liberal group Media Matters has quietly transformed itself in preparation for what its founder, David Brock, described in an interview as an all-out campaign of guerrilla warfare and sabotage aimed at Fox News Channel. The group launched a more traditional, the group launches a more traditional media critic, never has been, has all but abandoned its monitoring of newspapers and other television networks with $10 million of funding a year, and is narrowing its focus to Fox and a handful of conservative websites. And if you go there, it's Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, Alex Jones. They did 3 articles over the weekend going after us. I mean, George Soros' funding group is coming right at us. Why do you think that is? Fox is just Infowars light on some subjects, and so they're getting a giant assault because they reach in the aggregate more people. And a group of conservative websites, which its leaders view, and we're listed on here, ladies and gentlemen. We're listed. We're the ones to be under attack. We're the ones already under attack. We're the ones set for all this new phase. And are we even aware? Are the listeners aware? Am I fully conscious and aware of this? Are we so dead inside that we don't even recognize what's happening? Do we even see? Do we even know? Do we even care? Do we? And the Washington Examiner asked the question. They ask, is it criminal? Is Media Matters breaking the law in its war on Fox News? And it goes on. Conservative websites they're targeting, which its leaders view, George Soros, the leader, as political organizations and the nerve center of the conservative movement. That's the real conservative movement, anybody who isn't for world government and total enslavement. The shift reflects the centrality of the cable channel to the contemporary conservative movement, as well as its loathing it inspires among liberals. These aren't liberals. Thomas Jefferson was a liberal. These people aren't liberals. Liberal means freedom, not tyranny. Not least among those donors who fund Media Matters, staff of about 90 who were arrayed in neat rows in a giant war room above Massachusetts Avenue. The strategy that we had towards Fox was basically a strategy of containment, said Brock, Media Matters chairman and founder and former conservative journalist, adding that the group's main aim had been to challenge the factual claims of the channel and to attempt to prevent them from reaching the mainstream media. The new strategy, he said, is a war on Fox. In an interview with a 2010 planning memo shared with Politico, Brock listed the fronts on which Media Matters, which has said it's operating a $10 million-plus annual budget, is working to chip away at Fox and its parent company, News Corp. They've already taken 400 sponsors from them. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Torturous interference. They include its bread and butter distribution of embarrassing clips and attempts to rebut Fox's points, as well as a series of under-the-radar tactics. Media Matters, Brock said, is assembling an opposition research files not only on Fox's top executives, but on a series of mid-level officials. You go to their site, you know who. They're putting out stuff, claiming Beck's going to cause in Oklahoma City and that so am I. We've got all these Democratic operatives putting the same stuff out. It has hired an activist who has helped lead successful campaigns to press advertisers to avoid Glenn Beck. The show is assembling a legal team to help people who have clashed with Fox to file lawsuits for defamation. Man, this is an unbelievable operation. Invasion of privacy and other causes. And it has hired 2 experienced reporters, Joe Strupp and Alexander Zatchik, that's the guy from the Rolling Stone who came to interview me, to dig into Fox's operation to help assemble a book on the network due out in 2012 for Vintage Anchor. In the interest of full disclosure, Media Matters last month also issued a report criticizing Fox and Friends co-host Stacey Ducey's criticism of this reporter's blog. Brock and Media Matters also plan to run a broad campaign against Fox's parent company, News Corp, an effort which will likely involve opening a United Kingdom arm in London to attack the company interests there. The group hired an executive from MoveOn.org to work on the developing campaigns among News Corp shareholders and also in looking for ways to turn regulators in the U.S., UK, and elsewhere against the network. That means shutting down free speech, fairness doctrine, all the stuff they've announced. The group will focus on CEO Rupert and trying to disrupt his commercial interest, whether they're be here or looking at what's going on in London right now. Brock said, referring to News Corp's apparently successful move to take a majority stake in the satellite broadcaster B-Sky. Now, here's the deal. I've done 2 hours and 16 minutes, 18 seconds of broadcast, and I haven't plugged a sponsor, a book, a video, a T-shirt, nothing. I'm not funded by Rupert Murdoch. I'm not funded by George Soros. If you go to Media Matters website, in fact, let's go to Media Matters website and just type in Alex Jones in the search function. They've got page after page of links to their hit pieces. 3 of them I saw this weekend. A couple during the week. Savage information coming after us. We need your support. We need to grow in the face of these operations. There's no doubt we're in their crosshairs. There's no doubt their affiliated minions are writing hit pieces on us everywhere. There's no doubt that they're praising people like Cass Sunstein, who calls for COINTELPRO, who calls for our arrest. These are very authoritarian, very dangerous, dangerous, dangerous people. They've got a gaggle of minions who think it's all funny and giggle and act like regular people, but they're just complete operatives. And they think it's all funny. And the fact is, I'm opposing the globalist takeover of the dollar. I'm opposing George Soros' new Bretton Woods 2, where they're openly calling to move away from the dollar. We're pointing out this is happening. We're opposing the tyranny. And so we're being attacked by Fox News minions. You heard Glenn Beck last week, ladies and gentlemen, hitting me with pure defamation. I'm so busy I can't even respond to it. I'm being hit by the right arm and the left arm, but they're also fighting over the power structure for themselves, just like thugs fight in Afghanistan, Libya, Russia over power. So there is divisions, but you notice the only person being attacked by the full spectrum is us, and we need your financial support. No doubt. Buy the books, buy the videos, buy the T-shirts. They will inform you to a higher level. They will give them to other people. Jesse Ventura's new book, which we're just about to be authorized to start shipping. He'll be on with us next week for the first interview. Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True by Mark Dice, only available at Infowars.com, breaking down this grid. We're nonpartisan. We're bringing left and right together against the TSA humiliation, against the tyranny. We need your support, because we've already been savagely attacked a lot of ways behind the scenes. They've sent COINTELPRO operatives into Austin, moved them in here in droves to attack us, ineffectual. Now they're talking about savaging us in other ways. We are targeted on Media Matters big time, and we need your support. We need more AM and FM stations to pick up the show, and stations that are carrying it to pick up more of the broadcast. You vote by spreading the word about the broadcast, by getting the word out, by financially supporting us and our local AM and FM affiliates. Because we're all going to stand together, or we're surely going to hang separate. And that's going to be my speech to the influential talkers, the main CEOs, program directors of the country, coming up in June. I've never been in more danger, ladies and gentlemen. These people are dangerous. They're not liberals. That's their cover. You need to understand that. And vote by supporting us so we can grow and expand. I'm not a professional. I'm not a manager. I'm just a person who studies this information, and I'm fighting these people as hard as I can, and we are under their attack. And most importantly, we need your prayers, ladies and gentlemen. We need your prayers. I'm going to come back with the Paul Watson's new piece detailing this cornucopia of attacks. Stay with us. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that it could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Go solar for cheap. Want to use solar power but the price is too high? Now you can build your own solar panels for less than $200 at 123cheapsolar.com. Don't laugh. We've sold over 45,000 solar do-it-yourself kits. Watch the step-by-step videos that even non-handyman types can use. We offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to 123cheapsolar.com or call 800-713-0486. 800-713-0486. Reduce your foreign oil dependency when you go green with 123cheapsolar.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
America, you've been warned. For weeks, we've been warning you about a single event we believe will happen in the next 12 months that will shake the very foundations of our nation. We've told you about the video that details this shocking prediction. So far, over 6 million people have watched this free video online. Have you? Again, this big event has nothing to do with war or the stock market, yet it could change everything about your normal way of life. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your family. Could this really happen?